What about it, YouTube? All right, I'm about 27 minutes into this Larken Rose movie called It Can't Happen Here. Okay? Now, I know a lot of people are going to watch this and going to think it's the best fucking shit since, Terror Storm or some other fucking Alex Jones production. Because it's done in that same vein, It's done in that same patriotic, let's expose bad government type of, vein. And it starts off and it lists like all these atheistic regimes, Stalin, Pol Pot, Hitler, and don't fucking argue with me about Hitler being an atheist. Okay, he had a business deal with the fucking Pope. It's not the very same thing as being a Catholic. Okay, and look at what's happened to Europe since World War II. Okay, it was an atheistic movement. It was a nihilistic movement. If anything, he leaned towards mystical thought through the Thule Society and the writings of Madame Blavatsky. But as far as him being Christian, that's fucking retarded. Okay, so these atheists like Pol Pot, Mao, Stalin, Lenin, okay, these nihilists, these ones they get like a fucking they get like a hard on for being God, right? Because they have no bounds, right? And this is what we're going to get into here with dumbass Larken Rose and his non sequitur after non sequitur with his false solutions of anarchy and anti-statism after he gets through explaining all the pillars that hold society together but leaves out the main ingredients so that you won't catch what is fucking necessary, okay? So what's somebody like that going to need, okay? They're going to need to try and make the public as atheistic and materialistic and naturalistic and narcissistic as possible, okay? So yes, we do see ingredients going into the cake of the United States that would lead us to tyranny, right? But whose fault is it if you take the fucking bait, right? If you can't fucking behave and you can't find anything besides your goddamn self to think about in this world, and all you do is gobble up and consume and buy every little fucking retarded thing that they sell you, whose fault is it that you fucking let the social engineers do that to you? Is it their fault? I mean, yes it is, but it's also your fault, okay? Because they got you to volunteer for what's happening to you. You're getting exactly what you fucking asked for and deserve with this government or whatever you want to call it, okay? This government that, guess what, has held your fucking hand and held your mommy and pappy and your granddaddy and your grandmommy's hand through social cohesion for years and years and years now, however many generations your family goes back in this country. My family fucking built part of this country before the fucking feds ever showed up. They're the Johnny-come-latelys. We already had social cohesion where my people was at. Because you know what? They behaved. And that's all you've got to do. That's the fucking thing Larken Rose won't tell you. Larken Rose ends up getting you all pissed off and wanting somebody to scream at and yell at and throw a tantrum and get your name on some kind of fucking watch list, right? Because you got stupid and joined some political group, or you fucking shot your mouth off at somebody, and now you look like a loose cannon, and maybe you're being turned into one by fucking Larken Rose. See? Why are you buying the shit that people sell you? Stop fucking buying it. Okay? The government, the social engineers, the schools have sold you what? They've sold you atheism. They've sold you evolution. They've sold you fucking materialism, right? Consumerism, right? Feminism. There's a real big one right there, right? Elevating women to some ridiculous fucking status and watch it all crumble. All of this stuff has been sold to you, and you bought it, right? You're materialistic, you're greedy, you only think about yourself, You don't think there's any ultimate consequence in life, so you don't fucking hassle it. You have a very Machiavellian type of way about you and worldview. You know, the end justifies the means. As long as I get mine, the dumbass with the most toys wins, right? If it feels good, do it. I mean, all of this shit you bought. You bought, they sold it to you, you bought it. So guess what you get when you buy something, right? You get the guarantee. You get the fucking warranty with the product. And guess what that means? That means you're going to get a government that reflects your dumbass that can't behave, right? Because what else did they sell you? They sold you fucking homosexuality and gay rights and destroyed the fucking institutions of religion and destroyed the institution of marriage, right? And destroyed the institution of good behavior and destroyed the fucking idea that there's an objective morality that's required to have law and that law is required to have civilization because people refuse to behave. Now, if you could fucking behave in the first place, like certain people done in certain places at certain times in history and not needed government, right? That was the colonists. They were all getting along fine, behaving, trading. They looked around at each other and said, why do we fucking need the king? We don't. Fuck him. Out of here. The Mormons, they took off out west. They said, why do we need this bullshit? They keep